Hey, welcome back. This is design form tutorial number 1. Create and modify T-spline forms. There's 4 activities, and basically it's just a bunch of, well, several random-ish commands that are just intended to get you familiar with the commands that you use to build what they call forms, which are, I like to think of as just surfaces that don't necessarily enclose a volume. Right, because a solid is really just a set of surfaces that encloses a volume. We like to say that it's watertight, but a form may not necessarily enclose a volume. All right, anyway, I'm going to do these steps, and you can follow along, or you can watch the video and then do the steps on your own, whatever works for you. All right, so I'm going to move these instructions off to my hidden monitor. And I have Fusion going. Okay, the first thing they want us to do, or you need to do, is go to the data panel, go to basic training, go to sculpting, and open sculpting introduction. Okay, then I can close the data panel. And what this gives us is a bunch of sketches in here. I can turn them all on and click the home button, and these are what we got, just all of these crazy sketches. All right, so turn those off, and I'll go ahead and do this in the order that the tutorial says to do things in. So the first thing it asks us to do is do these forms. So look, you need to be careful. There's a difference between solids and forms. So on the solids menu, which on my computer is crossed out, which means it's selected, it's just messed up. But on the solids menu, I have these sub-menus which are all blue. I have all these operations, right? But if you click the form button, the purple button here, there's a sub-menu with, and some of these commands are the same, but they're purple. So make sure you use the right one, all right? I wasted a lot of time. I used the wrong extrude command. All right, so let's see. So we're gonna click form, and then you're gonna create a box. Okay, so let's see, what plane do they want us to use here? They want us to use the green-red plane, which is this one. Click that plane. Okay, then click the origin, and then just somewhere in that plane. And I'm going to have to rotate this around to get it to look like the tutorial. So, the tutorial, they're kind of sloppy with how they set up the coordinates sometimes. Let's see, how does I get this thing? There, close enough. Then you have to get close with just orbiting, and then go over here and click the corner. There you go. So like that. So it's in the, yeah. Then go to the dialog here and key in the stuff that they asked for. 175. Width is 150. Height is 75. I want you to drag the height out, but whatever. Then see these little funny little arrow thingies here? You can drag these and add faces. So you can increase the complexity of the model, like the number of edges and faces. But they want you to do 3 that way, and I think you can drag this way. I think they want you to do 3 this way. No, it's 2 this way and 3 this way. Okay, so play around with that. You could also key them in the dialog. Let's see, what's next? That's pretty much it for that part. Then click OK, and click click Finish Form. It's that. Okay, then sticking with the order in the tutorial, they want you to hide this body, and then turn on the revolve sketch, so you can do a revolve. Go back to the home view, which little normal house view. Okay, now here, make sure you're in the form menu, these purple commands, and then do revolve, right? Otherwise you'll get the wrong revolve and you won't be able to select the curve. Okay, so once again, just make sure you're in the purple thing and then revolve. Click this edge, go over to axis, click the blue axis. You get that, and let's see what else. They ask you to, they just want you to play around with these things. Like if you did full, you'd get that, and if you did angle, you'd get that, and if you changed the angle to 45, you'd get that, and then if you clicked two-sided, you'd get, well, again, I'm not getting that, I don't know. But just play around with these. It doesn't even matter if you do exactly what the tutorial says to do. Anyway, that's that. Okay, that's it. Finish form. All right, then that results in a new body 1, 2 in the browser, which they tell you to turn off the visibility. All right, then they want you to go to sweep path and sweep profile and turn those sketches on. And then I'm going to click the home button to get it to zoom out, and I think I'm missing something here. No, I wasn't missing anything. So just sweep path and sweep profile. Then click your form thing and then go create sweep. So once again, make sure you're in the purple commands, not the blue commands. Sweep. They want you to click this, just the edge, although it would work with this profile, but they're asking for just this edge. Then the path is this path, and it does that. Then let's see, they ask you to play with like the orientation, make it parallel, and then go back to perpendicular, and then a few other things. That's pretty much that. And then click OK, and then click finish form, and then that generated a new body you can see in the browser, so you can turn that off. Right, then they want you to go to the sketch thing and turn on these 3 sketches here. So you end up with a circle, a funny little triangle-ish thing, and a curve. Right, then once again go to the create form menu thing, and then the sub menu create. We're going to do a loft here. All right, then click this edge for profile 1, and if you click chain selection, if you check chain selection in the dialog, then when you click this edge, you'll get all of them, and boom, it does this loft. Then so the default guide type is just straight line, but you can click center line here, and then you may have to click this plus arrow to add a new center line. If it's not already black, you can go over to this edge and click it, and it does that. Follows the center line. Okay. Click OK on the dialog, click finish form. It added another body, which they tell you to turn off the visibility of. All right, now the next thing, or the last thing the tutorial asks you to do is edit some faces on the first thing you did. So they want you to go back to body 1 and turn that visibility back on. And you got to reorient this thing to get it. That's confusing. Yeah. This is always a pain to get this there. Is that it? That's good enough. So now we're going to, click it. No, don't click it. Go, oh, yes. So we want to edit this thing that we drew, but what's weird is you can't get it to edit. Like if you go to the browser and right click, there's no option for edit. And if you might be able to do modify. No, it's not there. Well, what the instructions say to do is find it in the timeline, which works. So you drop down here to the timeline, okay, and find the first thing find the box on the timeline that represents this box that you drew, and then right click it. Now you can go to edit. It seems like the only way to select a form for editing sometimes. I'm not sure what's going on. But anyway, select in the timeline, click edit. Then all of these faces turn on. Okay, so you can click one of them. And then, so we're in this form editing mode, which you can tell because we've got this checkbox to terminate that mode. But we still need to select more editing commands, which is odd. But anyway, you go to modify and edit form. So you got to like edit form twice. You got to go down to the timeline and turn on edit form. Then you got to go up to modify and go edit form. Anyway, that's what you got to do. And then when you click these surfaces, you get these little funky little control things, which are kind of fun. Like you can drag this arrow and go up. You can drag the arrow and go that way, and it's all of these arrows are moving the center of that thing around. And you can also click the plane and drag it around, just restricted to the plane, or this plane, or this, if I can grab it. You know, I can't grab it. Oh crap. What happens upside down? Let me grab this one. Ugh. That one. My apologies on this issue. Anyway, the other thing is, look, you can also do this kind of rotation thing. So, and this one, and this one. Oh, you can scale it. The center button is the scaling. Now you can do one other kind of neat thing. Like if you grab this arrow and drag up, this happens. But if you hold down Control and Alt and drag up, you get more edges. See, it drug up the edge we've selected, but it added 4 edges around it. You see, these other 4 edges were added. So it didn't extrude basically. So I'll do it over here. Like you click this guy and you just drag the arrow, it just moves that one edge up. But if you hold down Control and Alt, it does this and adds, it does an extrusion and adds more edges. It's kind of cool. Then the other thing you can do is you can go up to Utilities, Display Mode, and you can select between these 3 things and play with that. And you can still modify edit form, and you can still do this. There's also hotkeys, Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3, change the mode. Okay, Alt 1, Alt 2, Alt 3. Yeah, that's it. Okay, send me some screenshots of whatever you do in here. All right, and yeah, bye.